Okay, so now we're recording. So this is going to be our new distributor training. So I got a couple on today. I'm so happy to see you guys. And what I'm going to do is emphasize what this business is all about, the simple techniques that we will do daily to run our business successfully. And then from there, kind of where do we go? Where do we start? Okay, so I got my notes here, so I'm going to be referring back to them because on these things, I always get super nervous, even though I know what I'm talking about essentially. But okay, so the 5 things that we do daily, and you can write these down, is posting. And if you are a Instagram user, a Facebook user, doesn't matter, posting to our feed and our stories, messaging and following up with people. And this can kind of be more of like contacting and talking to people. So whether you're a people person and you want to talk face to face, if you want to get on a phone call, or messaging. The third is going to be growing our team. So we want to grow our team just like I did with you guys. You guys joined my team. I put the information out there, followed up, and then you guys now have joined my team. So the next 2 things, this is going to be where your mindset's going to be, how do I grow my business? And this is by enrolling customers and enrolling teammates. And we call them distributors. So you guys might see abbreviations like DT, LC. DT is distributor, LC is loyal customer. And then those 2 kind of go together. And then the last one, number 5, is teaching our team. So growing that team and helping those that join us. So those are the 5 things that we do daily. If we do not post daily, if we don't message daily, it's essentially like our business is closed, like we're not in business. And what I want to emphasize that I have, I guess, what can you say? Come to terms with, I guess. When we went to conference, there was a big group of us that went to this recent conference, and it was super encouraging. And one gentleman said, we're exclusive. So we don't want to be like Walmart where we're open 24/7 and we always talk to people, because then what? We wouldn't have a life. So what we also want to do, even though we're open for business, is we want to be exclusive. So when we have, say, offers that are limited time specials, or we have things that are great for people, but something that we don't want to necessarily saturate and, get too much out there, is being exclusive. So knowing that what you have is worth it for others to know about it and to grow, but not to necessarily have to be open 24/7. I don't want that for myself. I don't want that for my team. I don't want you guys to feel like you have to do this 24/7 unless you're just wanting to promote fast. And that's obviously a great goal too. So those are the 5 simple things. Those are things that we'll kind of learn as we go, is how to post, what to put out there, how to message, what to say to people, and then of course, how to seal the deal. So how to get people, either enrolled as a customer or a teammate. Okay. So some other simple things is, the first thing is going to be, it's difficult because it's all new, and it was new to me at first. And I was like, what am I doing? Essentially, what am I doing? So that's going to be something that I'm going to help each and every one of you individually with. The other way that we help you guys is with our Facebook groups. And we have quite a few, but I have one called Newbie to Ruby. If you're not in that one, I'm going to add you to it. And it's all for my team and Jennifer Harvey. If you guys haven't met her, she enrolled me. So her and I have kind of joined our teammates, and you guys are all working on the same goal together. We'll go into, of course, how to promote to Ruby, but that is where you can ask questions. You can kind of check into the messenger and see what other people are asking, just to kind of get more informed. And then that's where we also do shout outs. So if someone gets their shopping spree, we'll shout them out. If someone enrolls their first customer, we try to celebrate every win. That way it kind of keeps us motivated. Okay, so just some apps to download if you guys haven't yet. It's going to help you with your business. It's going to help, I like to think of my Instagram as being like my advertisement. So I want it to look good. So I'm going to give you some photo editing apps that you can download. And really, this is something, there's a really good video I watched that what people look at is their assumption and first impression of you. So what do you want to put out there? You want to put out good content, good looking stuff. And when I first started, Well, actually, before I started It Works, I was watching my friend and I thought, her page looks great. I want mine to eventually look like that. So I worked on my page before I started, before I joined, and kind of made it like more like blogger style. If that does not come naturally, you're not the first person. If your pictures, say you need, I don't know, need an upgrade, so to speak, there's a perfect photo mastery video that has been recorded by like a top leader that shares her tips and tricks. In the Newbie to Ruby group, I'm going to attach that video so you guys can watch that. But just what I use for, say, my photos, I use VSCO. I use, let's see here. I don't have it written down. Let me look at my phone because I forget the name of it. Oh, Lightroom. It's by Adobe. If you guys, I think it's available on Android and iPhone. It's Adobe Lightroom. I also like to use VSCO is, I would say, great if you want something fast. But what I've done is I've gone to Etsy and downloaded a preset. And you can search preset based on like color to make it whatever color you want. And essentially that you can upload your preset to the Adobe Lightroom. And it's one filter. You don't have to constantly edit it. It's just one filter slapped on there and then you can upload it. So it makes it very like efficient time-wise. And those two I think are my like top photo editing apps. If you guys are, sometimes I feel like I want to like step this up a bit. You can download YouCam Makeup. And you can actually add like lashes and really fun stuff. And it makes it kind of a little bit more like aesthetically pleasing. And that's about it as far as photos are concerned. So that's kind of like the basics. If you guys haven't downloaded like the It Works apps, one is called It Works Connect and the other one is Live Fit, okay? And both of those are free to download. It Works Connect is going to be your app that you use for your business, kind of getting the up-to-date news. You can also click the shopping bag and it'll take you directly to what your link is for your customers. So you'll get to see what customers see and you'll get to look and see all about the products, the costs, what does it cost to be a loyal customer versus distributor, really kind of like informational. And then on there too, you'll have a little link at the bottom. Let me get back to it, where you can message. So this app is also very neat because you can message all of your potentials, all of your customers and distributors. So it makes it kind of where you don't have to filter back through like Instagram and your phone. Everything's right there. And it's transported. So whoever is on your team from your eSuite transports into that. And then there's like a little plus sign. You can click that. You can enroll a distributor, a customer on your own. Say someone doesn't want to do it. Maybe it's an older lady and she doesn't know how to use technology well. You can get all of her information and do that for her. And then just more information about events coming up, before and after photos, things like that. So Live Fit is going to be what customers use. So this is a free app. I will give you verbiage in maybe another Zoom on how to use this effectively, but Live Fit is going to be where you can offer this to people if they want workouts, healthy recipes, and then a chance to get free product. On that app, they can also shop, once again, on your link and see our apparel, everything that we offer within the company, product-wise. Okay, so that's kind of the basics. Now, getting back to messaging and then growing our team. We have at first, when we first start, we use templates that help us with our business. And those templates are going to be kind of like a template if you're first sending a message, probably like you guys received from me, is, hey girl, I was looking at your Instagram feed. I think you're absolutely gorgeous. I wanted to ask you a question. Do you mind if I ask you a question? So the template, like you can use that for a bunch of people and then put in their name. So if I'm texting someone like Sarah, I could send it to Sarah, use Sarah's name, and then skip over and use the same template, but use Michelle. Make it more personal. Of course, templates can also be used in a voice message. So part of this business, as far as just marketing in general, is we like to do like face-to-face and voice as much as possible versus the texting side, because texting can be impersonal and some people can think we sound like robots or spammy. And so getting your voice in there is going to be very helpful. And then growing your team. So this is huge because when I started, I had less than 100 followers. I now have over 4,000. And the way that I do that is growing my team daily. So I go into my friends, so the people that have chosen to follow me, I go to their friends list and I click their following list. And the way I do that is, say, for instance, I'm on Instagram and I click on my recent photo and I see who liked that photo. I go to her page. Let's just say her name is Rosie. I go to Rosie's page. I look at her feed. I click her recent photo. This is it sounds like a lot, but it's easy. And then I click her likes. And then I go through and I add as many ladies as I can. I don't particularly add men just because that's not my preference, but it's up to you how you want to run your business. If a guy reaches out and asks me about products, I have talked to them about them, and I have had a male customer before, male customers. And then I just go through and I add ladies. So I try to do anybody that looks over 18. Of course, some people are 30 and look 14. So you have to just use discretion, of course. But that's what I do as far as following. Instagram has a max, so you cannot exceed 60 followers. So you can't follow more than 60 in an hour. So write that down. If you guys accidentally follow too many, Instagram will notice it as being spammy and might block your account. It has happened to me. It's not the end of the world, but it's like Instagram jail. It's like you can't message and you can't follow people for maybe like 24 to 48 hours. So there is such a thing as Instagram jail, and I've been in it. So don't think that if it happens to you, it's the end of the world. It's not. So that's about following. And then there's a thing called algorithms. You guys might have heard about it. It is pertaining to just kind of the things that happen on social media. If you message too many, or if, there's a thing called algorithm. It took me a long time to be like, what is that? And now I understand it. So if someone, for instance, looks at your page and you have 4,000 followers and you have people that are following you, and you have way more people following you, for some reason, it makes it look like to the other person that's thinking about following you, that you maybe do too much, like you follow too many people. It sounds funny. It's true. It's like a first impression thing. And it takes, if you're on private, which I am, someone that clicks on yours, they only see your photo and your bio. So it takes someone about 30 seconds to look and figure out if they want to follow you or not. Part of seeing your bio is the follower-following ratio. So what I like to do is I like to follow more, and then I use the app called Captivate to unfollow people. And I'll show you guys one-on-one, of course, how to use that, or maybe just in a different video, but it's Captivate, and it's meant to allow you to mass follow and mass unfollow. So it's helpful time-wise, so you're efficient. But the only reason I use Captivate is to mass unfollow. There in the past has been issues with it where you can mass follow people, but then accounts will be blocked on Instagram, and some people's photos have been lost. Even though they are recovered eventually, I just don't want to deal with that. So I manually follow and then use Captivate to unfollow. Okay, so we went over messaging. Oh, and then messaging. So what I like to do is when I find someone that's interested, whether it's on Instagram or it's maybe someone that I personally know, I keep a notebook, and this notebook is full of pages of what we call potentials, so people that are potentially interested in the business or the products. I label every page, like if someone's interested in our hair, skin, and nails, I'll put hair, skin, and nails and then add their name to that list. Anybody that I talk to, and I don't want anybody falling through the cracks. So if they only want to give me their Instagram name, I'll put that on here. If they give me their first name, last name, and phone number, then I'll put that too. Then what I do is I have a planner, and every day, this is the first of the month, so I have one number today so far that I've gotten. Anybody that's given me their name and number, I'll put who I talked to today, and then over here I'll put, like, if someone told me to follow up on such and such day, I will put them in my calendar. And I always go by this because there's like an expression in this business, the fortune is in the follow-up. If we're not following up, people are falling through the cracks and possibly signing up with other distributors. And that's what we don't want. We truly believe it's one team, one mission. So we're all in this together. And I've even had team members that are like, Katie, this girl told me that she was talking with you about signing up, but she'd reached out to me instead. Do you want to reach out to her and visit with her about it? And I'm like, yeah, so we have that aspect, but at the same time, there are other It Works distributors that are working their business, like that's their sole income. And some people might fall through the cracks. So that's one way to not let that happen, if that makes sense, is to always follow up and just put them in a notebook. Okay. So on our team. So let's get back to what we do as far as kind of like weekly and how we keep up with things. So right now we have, for you guys, for instance, you that are watching, you guys, since you enrolled with the $20 special, you each have 2 codes. So you each could enroll 2 people for just $20 for your team. So let's look real quick. Where did it go? I think I lost it. It's the Ruby chart, which they've improved to make it so much easier for us to promote to Ruby. Oh, here it is. It's right in front of me. The Ruby chart here is, okay. So the Ruby chart here, you guys, if you get your thinking caps on and think about 3 people that you personally know. And this is another thing. It's called the 100s list. It's a list of people that you personally know that you're going to be reaching out to. 2 of those, 2 of your chart, essentially your Ruby chart, could be a friend, a sister, or a follower. Just say someone on Instagram. 2 of those people can sign up for $20. So $20 each. Once you have your distributors, all you need under that is volume or, customer orders to promote to Ruby. Once again, I will go over what the charting and all that means. But as of right now, thinking caps on as who you would want running this business with you. So like I said, it's going to be someone close to you. I always call it like, who would be in your dirt list? Like if you were selling dirt, who loves you and would support you enough to buy dirt from you? Those are the people you want to reach out to. And the way that looks on paper in your eSuite, if you click Document Library, and I'll go over all of this here in just a second. I'll share my screen and show you where to click. It's a 100s list. It's name, phone number, and email. And these are just people that you think of off the top of your head, anywhere from 100. So those that are watching, I'm giving you 24 hours to get this list ready and to me. I'll also be updating mine in the next 24 hours. So we'll go over all these together. So 24 hours, giving you a little homework there to get those people on that list. And it's anybody that you can think of that would either benefit from the product or the business. So if you know a friend, maybe she's struggling to like go out on girls' night, or you have, a friend of your mom's that's wanting to lose weight and she's talked about it before. Any single person you can think of, put them on the list. And don't prejudge and think they can't afford it or they can't do this. We don't do that here. We don't prejudge. It's just like anything else. We love everyone and we want everyone to be a part. Okay, so let's see. What else do I have here? Okay, so and then enrolling distributors and LC loyal customers. Once you have someone that's interested, throughout the conversation process, you guys are going to be reaching out to me to tell me what y'all are doing. So if I'm not being blown up on my phone with questions, with just concerns, I'm worried about you pretty much, because this is a business and this is a team, and that's why you joined. And even though you're your own boss and you're going to figure out things on your own, that's also why I'm here, is to help. So when you talk to people, screenshot the conversation on your phone and send it to me so I can help you reply. A lot of times the objections that we might get, if someone's, say, on the fence, they'll say, I'll have to talk to my spouse. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. I want to think about it, or something else. Those are all things that we have learned with this business that at first you might not think of off the top of your head. You might be like, I don't know what to say or whatever. That's why I'm here. And the Facebook groups help with that as well. So keep that fresh on your brain. And then there's a thing when you first start that's a goal. So big, huge goal is getting your shopping spree, okay? That is free money that you can use toward any product of your choice. That shopping spree right now is for $100. So the goal in getting that, and we try to set the goal in your first 72 hours, but really it's for your first 30 days. So you only have 30 days to get it, is to enroll 4 customers. 4. And those are going to be people that go directly under you, and that will give you that $100. And so once you get those 4 customers, you will have that, you kind of like credit to your account, and that will show up on your eSuite within 72 hours. Okay. So that's a huge goal. Once you guys get that, like, you kind of are getting in the routine, or you're just getting in the game, so to speak. And that's huge once you get that. When I heard too, like mine was 100 as well, I was like, oh my gosh, like that's free money, guys. I mean, and you only joined for $20. So if you can get that shopping spree in your first week, you've already made back your initial investment. So how cool is that? And then what we truly believe in is being a product of the product. So using what we have, like right now, I made this morning. I'm still drinking my keto coffee. You guys know I talk about it every day, and it might seem repetitive to some people, but once you put out there that you're using it, that you trust it, it's good, it tastes good, whatever, that's what draws people to you. So being a product of the product, getting out there and trying it is going to help you in the long run, I promise. Okay. Now, there's another training video that was done by a top leader. And guys, she is amazing. She's a top enroller. She's one of the top in the companies, and she knows her stuff. So this video is not pertaining to that, but I want you guys to know that we have a different way to talk to people that is going to help you promote faster. And there's like 3 steps that she talked about, and I'm going to attach the video that Jenny and I did in the Newbie to Ruby again, or I might just individually message you guys it, because it's just insane. It takes the hard work out of everything that we do. So you think like, oh, I'm going to have to message people a lot and all this kind of stuff. She has simplified it where basically a video talks for us. So if you guys want to write down the website, visioncarrier.com, that's going to be what you will end up sending to people that are potential. So people that say they're interested, about the business or the products, we're going to be sending them to this website link, visioncarrier.com. Okay. And now that you've started your own business, guys, you are business owners. Like, even though it's ran from your phone and you're using your thumbs to essentially work your business, it is still a huge deal. And that you should be so excited for yourself that you did it and you decided, and you're going to run with it now. So part of being a business owner is taking the lead. Not waiting for things to happen, not, thinking that you're not good enough, So part of being a business owner, I think, is vital, just like reading your Bible, just like anything that's super important and a priority, is going to be self-development. And you can get self-development in books, in podcasts, YouTube videos, and it's really feeding yourself positivity. It's, starting the day possibly with self-development. It's feeding yourself good thoughts, essentially. It's like Thumper's mom. Remember in Bambi where she was like, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. It's kind of like reset your mind to think good in all people, about all things, and most importantly, yourself. Because you're the only one that can essentially make or break you. Yeah, we can't really blame anybody else. So taking ownership, taking that responsibility is going to be key. And some things that we do weekly that no one is going to make us do, but that we have to choose to do, is getting on what's called the Sunday Family Call. And it's at night. I'm really bad with time zones. So I know if you're Central Time, it's, I believe, 9 o'clock Central Standard. And if you're anywhere else, please just message me and I will try to get the time for you exactly. But the Sunday Family Call is a 30-minute call. It's on Facebook, and it's with our CEO, Mark Pentecost. And he gets on with his daughter, who's also in the business. And he gets on, her name's Cami Pentecost, and a couple of other people, and they basically update us. They get us set for the week, kind of like set our intentions and the tone for the week with just positivity. Sometimes he talks about bonuses, new products, new goals, things like that. Okay. And that's the Sunday Family Call. I try to watch it every Sunday. So if you guys can set that as a goal, that would be wonderful. Monday night is another family. They don't call it family call, but it's with Pam Souter. She's also in this business, and she is kind of like what they call like the queen of social like networking and stuff. So she gives really great tips. She always interviews people that can give great tips and tricks. So that's another call. So these are things we have to take ownership of and do ourselves. So if it means setting a reminder in your phone, I've done that just so I don't forget. That can be something that you guys do as well. And then we have weekly Zooms. So you guys that are on this Zoom, this is essentially what a Zoom is. Sometimes it's training. Sometimes it's just like getting your notebooks out and, taking notes. And then some of them are power hours. So where we get on here and we play music and we get on our phones and we do work. And we designate that time for us to say we're busy, but we only have an hour or a 30-minute lunch break. We get on here and we do what we have to do. We set our posts up, we message people, so on and so forth. So you'll hear that expression, power hours. And then as far as eSuite is concerned, this is going to be what's considered your back office. So it's going to be what you want to look at daily, especially when you start enrolling people. You want to get familiar with it because it's how you keep track of your business. Your first month when you guys signed up is free. Your second month and beyond, it's only $20 a month. So if you're enrolling customers and distributors, that's being paid for by the money that you make from everything else. So it's really not, I've never not had that, if that makes sense. I've never thought, oh, it's $20, I'm skipping this month, because then I wouldn't know what in the world is going on with my team, customers, I wouldn't know. So I make sure that I always pay for that, and it's on auto shipment. So it's basically taken off of my card, and that's just how it is. I always want that. Another thing is a big deal, and why you joined is to make income. So your first goal, aside from the shopping spree, is to ensure that you're commission qualified. So in your eSuite, when you log in, make sure, if you haven't done it yet, to complete your tax form, and that will lift your status from being on commission hold to being active. We want you an active distributor. So finishing that is essential. And if you don't know how to do that, reach out to me personally, text or call me. And then to be commission qualified, what does that mean? In this business, on your chart, you'll see a bunch of abbreviations like PV, BV, and GV. If you guys want to jot this down, you can. GV represents group volume. So that's the total of the volume that you get from your customers and from their orders. BV is personal body volume. So that's the specific volume under you. So customers that you enroll. And then let's see, what did I do? GV, PBV, and then those are pretty much it, those two. BV, I don't know if I said that. BV is just body volume. And so I'll kind of explain this too, because being commission qualified is everything. If you're not commission qualified, you're not going to make any money. You're not going to get any money in your bank account. So every single month you have two options. You can either run an auto shipment of 80 BV or make sure that you have 150 PBV. Okay. The difference between the two, you're probably wondering. Running an auto shipment means that you're setting yourself up to receive product that you are going to be paying for and using, or selling for samples and whatnot, okay? It's like products that you'll have on hand. A lot of people think because it's multi-level marketing, we have to have inventory. That's not a requirement unless you choose to, okay? The opposite, the second option, is to have your customers. So you're enrolling people and those customers go right underneath you. That's going to be your 150 PBV. And if you guys want some more information about that, I can kind of share some more videos or, go over more one-on-one with you. But those are the two requirements to become commission qualified. It's very easy to get both, but just know this company is not about this company is not about forcing you to buy into it so you make money. Because like I said, it doesn't cost you anything to enroll a customer. But if you want products, then that's going to be an out-of-pocket thing, which is, I do almost monthly. There's been some months where I'm like, oh, I'm kind of tight on money. I'm going to enroll customers instead and place them underneath myself so I don't necessarily have to buy product that month. And I understand being, pinching for pennies, so to speak. So that's a great option that this company has allowed us to do, is not to have inventory on hand. And then another thing too is on your eSuite, I'm going to show you real quick by my screen share what your eSuite will look like whenever you log in, and something that you can kind of refer back to. So this, let me move this. Okay, can you guys see okay? Okay, so on this, if you, let me refresh. I think I'm gonna have to log back in. I am. Okay. Every single month, your homepage like this, if you scroll a bit, it's going to give you a monthly game plan, and that little pretty lady's, sweet lady's face is Cami Pentecost. That's our CEO's daughter. There is a video every single month. This one's about 45 minutes long, and it just kind of helps you with your whole like mind frame for that month. That's a great video to always watch. And then over, I'm gonna have to move all of this stuff on the side. Over here, if you haven't clicked Training Academy yet, there's also very good videos in here to watch. I know you guys have watched some of these, and I still go back to them and kind of refresh because they're brief, but they're to the point. Sometimes I'm forgetful, and it's just nice to have reminders. So that's a good spot for that. Another thing too is Document Library. If you click this, if you need to know anything about anything, you want to know about how you get paid, how to set up how to set up your payments where you actually get, whether it's direct deposit or a credit card with money on it, a debit card, you click Document Library, and this is everything that you need to know. It's all about commission. It's all about events coming up. There's more that talks about products, any promotion that we're running. If you have questions like, what's the qualifications that I have to meet to get this promotion? Everything's here, and it's a downloadable document like you see on the side, charts, everything. Okay, so that's one spot. If you click the search bar, and let's just say we want to know more about keto coffee. If you just type in keto coffee, it's going to direct you to all the forums about that. Let's just say we want to know about ranking up. The rank up bonus will be right there. So that's a perfect spot. Get familiar with it. Like I said before, this is getting back to like ownership. We're business owners, so this is part of our responsibility, is getting familiar with stuff. So that's just a little bit about that. If you click commissions, that's going to show you kind of just commission-wise where you're at when you start enrolling. Reports is great for you to keep track of your team and everything that's going underneath you. We call that your downline. Excuse me. Tree Viewer is going to show you that. Promo code, if you guys, now that you've joined, you have those 2 codes, you can click promo code report to see that. Anytime someone uses one, it takes your 2 down to a 1, so it keeps up with that for you. And then perk points. So once you get customers, guys, if you put them directly underneath you, then you get for every 2 customers, you get a reward point. I'm going to click this because I don't think it's going to show me anything. Actually, yeah, this isn't going to show me anything because I don't have any at the moment. But had I had some, I could show you. So anytime you have at least 2 under you, you'll get a wrap reward point or a keto coffee or a facial point. Those points essentially are translated into dollars off of those products. So you'll get wraps, coffee, and facials at a discount. Okay, so that's kind of a neat thing. And at first, you'll be able to get those as soon as you enroll people because they're going to be going under you anyways. So you'll be able to buy products, not just at 40%, but even less than 40, because 40 is like our distributor discount. That's what we'll get off of everything, but you'll get even more with those perk points. And then your auto shipment, once you click that, that's going to show you to create your auto shipment. You can edit it and change it up if you want to change your products out. Alrighty, so let me get back to my video here because I kind of went over that. And then of course, when you do your own discovery, that's going to be kind of you looking into the eSuite and whatnot and figuring that out. Okay, so part of being a leader is going to be growing your team. And the way that you're going to do that is on your eSuite in Document Library, there's going to be a section called Leadership Training. And guys, it's so simple. It's maybe, I don't know, 8 or 10 pages. And it just kind of gives you simplistic approach to training your distributors. So it's going to be very simple. If you guys print that, or do you guys have printers, the ones that are watching? You do? No, that's okay. If you don't have a printer, you know, I still don't have a printer, but I work at a gym that I can print at. If I didn't have that, I would end up purchasing my own. And I'm not telling you you have to, but it is nice to kind of have things like that are in your hand. But you can always, of course, use your phone or your computer to look at that. Okay, let me see my notes. Okay, so I think that's kind of about the basic part right now. I didn't want to overwhelm you guys because it's totally a lot of information, I know, and that's why I'm like, let's do notes, because you can always take notes and refer back. And I'm recording this so you can refer back to this as well. One thing that helped me the most when I started, and still to this day, is watching videos. Videos help me so much because I look at top leaders and I'm like, this information, they obviously talk about it because it's working. And so that's where I get a lot of stuff, like good information from. So I actually have a list, and I have every distributor's name at the top, and every video I send to you, I check off if I've sent it and if you've watched it. That way I know what you guys know. Okay. So if you guys are kind of what I would say visual people, you like seeing things, I will be sending you videos. Me too, Brooklyn. I am a visual person. So I'll be sending you those. Once you guys start enrolling team members, if you want copies of this, let me know and I will email them to you, and you can print them out and use them just like I do. I have that, and then I also have, I'm a paper person. I have like paper trails of everything. This is Brooklyn's. This is all like the apps that I told y'all to download. Like I keep up with people. So it's not just like I'm telling you this and I don't know what's going on. I try my hardest to keep up. So yeah, so you guys, when you signed up, you knew you are eligible for that $1,000 to $3,000 guaranteed bonus. And I wanted to talk about that. I didn't want to try to go over my time too much, but that bonus, hey, is that your dad? I want you guys to know there is a document library, there is a document in document library that's going to tell you the qualifications of how to get that bonus, okay? Those 5 original steps I told you guys to post, to message, follow up, enroll DTs, loyal customers, and teach your team, those all have to be done pretty much daily. And it's not like the company is going to look and see if you do it daily. They don't do anything like that, but there are qualifications that have to be met, but you are eligible. So you get 3 months to promote and get that $1,000 to $3,000 bonus. What does that mean? It means if you promote to Ruby, you get $1,000. If you promote to Emerald, which this is my Emerald chart, it's marked up. If you promote here, you get $3,000. So it is insane. And they're paid out, they take that amount and they pay it out over like a 10 to 12 month period. So it's not all at once, but that's what they call residual income. So you will continue getting money basically. And if you do every qualification that's on that list and you don't get that $1,000 bonus, the company makes up for it. And that's where that guarantee comes in. Okay. They know that everything that they put out here for us to be business owners and to grow our team and everything, it is so doable that they stand behind that guarantee. So I think that's one of the coolest things ever. If I like hadn't signed up when I did and signed up now, like that would be so much ammunition for me to like do it. Like who doesn't need $1,000? I don't know anybody that doesn't. Even if you're like a millionaire, people still want more money. Not that I'm saying we have to do that, but it's always nice to just have extra income. All right, so I'm just going to see if the 2 ladies that are on here, do y'all have any questions? If you do, like you can raise your hand or unmute yourself. There's that option, and I'd love to answer if you do. You guys are muted, so y'all want to raise your hand first and we'll go one at a time. Okay, Brooklyn, I'm going to unmute you first, and then we'll get to you, Jessica. Okay. Yes, Brooklyn.
So when you start your business, I guess I'm just wondering about the social media. Do you want to work on how it's presented first, or do you want to go ahead and make the announcement that you're starting this business?
That's a good question. So when I first started, I posted on my feed my work area. I posted a picture of my computer, my notebook, and I just kind of did a post that's like, I'll kind of read it to you because it's not that far back. I posted that on my feed because what I want is for our feed to look like us. I don't want it to be a commercial. I don't want it to look like just it work stuff. I post my my family, my friends. I post my dog constantly. So I want that to be personal. Whatever your drive is, your family, whatever. That's what the goal will be. And yeah, so you can totally say like, just started my at-home business like I did. I said working from home is so relaxing. I'm enrolling customers and business partners while working on wedding shower games because at the moment I was. And then I said, want to start your own business? I said perks of starting your own business. $100, at the time it was whatever business builder kit they got, shopping spree, the bonus, things like that. And I don't know. Hold on. It's going to work eventually. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, that's why. And it's just a basic picture of like my computer, I think my coffee, things like that. So that's a good way to kind of get that exposure out and like let people know like, yeah, I'm starting my own thing. And then your stories, so where you post up in the corner is going to be, and y'all see what I do. I post everything and products and the business. You can do both. And so since you guys are new, I'll help you with that. I usually like to kind of send you your first one to post up. And then after that, I'll say, create your own. You can create your own, of course. You can go to Pinterest if you're in like a time crunch and you need to just get something quick, up. You can do that too. Did that answer your question?
Yes, but I was also wondering if I should start a different Instagram or Facebook for this to make it look more like you said, like a blogger type style, or should I just keep my original one and then slowly kind of build it to that?
I would totally keep yours the way it is because the people that are following you are following you. And so they love whatever you're putting out there anyways. When people start making their own, like that other Instagram, it does become commercially. And I'll send you a picture and some of the commercially looking profiles are not, people don't follow that. So if you can just incorporate, what I like to do is just incorporate the business and the products into your life, it's going to come across to other people like it's a fun thing. Like you don't have to just make a commercial page. And because I considered that at first too. And my distributor said, no, because look at this page. This is what will end up happening when you do that. And so I was like, oh, I don't want that to look that way. So yeah, using your own. And then that photo mastery class will help us improve our photos because mine's improved drastically. I used to just kind of shoot a photo and post it kind of thing. Not that that's a bad thing, but when we want that appeal of the eye, we want to stand out from other people. It's really helpful to like use those filters and make it cohesive.
Thanks.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions?
Probably, but I'm not thinking right now.
Yeah, and it's a lot of information. So I will always be here, guys. Jessica, what about you?
To you?
Say that again. You are muted.
Can I text it to you? I'm about to get ready for work now.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Text me and we'll talk more. I'm always up to do Zooms like this. I honestly think the more that we can get like our teams together when you guys enroll is make them feel welcome. That's the coolest thing is like what we do is fun. It does not have to feel like a job. I'm not the type of person that does well under stress. I have had amazing paying jobs, but hated life because it was so stressful. So I never want it to be stressful. I want it to be fun. If you guys have questions, let me know. And then I'll help each and every one of you set up your first post and set up your first story post. So for you guys, you got the homework of the hundreds list. What I will help you with is those posts. So send me your favorite photo. You can either take a new one or whatever you have on your camera roll. Send me your favorite photo of like you or just something where we can do like that live post, just like I did, like, hey, working from home, or hey, just started my business. And it can literally be anything, like a selfie of you, whatever. And we'll just go from there. Does that sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay, ladies. Well, I have time, so I'm going to help you with your feed photos. So would you guys like to talk about products first, because that shopping spree, that $100 shopping spree, that's where you get people from, is getting products from you. So Brooklyn, what maybe product would you like to talk about first? Or maybe what's something that you think your followers would be most interested in? Like burning fat, or, what do you think?
Probably the burning fat and also the chocolate greens.
Okay.
I have a lot of people who don't necessarily like vegetables, but they're always trying to get healthy. And then around here, coffee is just like a huge thing. Like we've got the cold weather, but we are about to have some nicer weather start coming in, so people are starting to think about their summer bodies.
Yes. Awesome. Yeah. So I'll totally help you post up a keto coffee and like chocolate greens post. And what's really great is when you guys get your business builder kits, that's going to be product that you're going to have on hand every single time. I have keto coffee, I have Collagen Works, I am taking pictures or videos. I may not post it all in the same day, but I keep it in my camera roll so I can use it at another time. So just have that mindset too. Like think of everything as like a photo op, like a time to take a photo, a time to share it kind of thing. Perfect. So Jessica, what product do you think your followers would enjoy kind of seeing most?
Probably more of like the skincare.
Skincare? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, we'll start with skin. Yeah. All right. I know you guys have to go, or at least Jessica does. Jessica, you said you have to go get ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can hop off whenever. You can kind of click end if you want to end. Brooklyn, did you want to stay on, or did you need to go as well?
I'll stay on for a little longer if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. You can pick my brain and we can go from there. All righty, Jessica. Thanks for hopping on.
Bye.
Bye.